There's an incredible story that's told about the great tzaddik Rameir Premishlan. The story is told that the Rebbe one time had what's called an aliyas neshama. Aliyas neshama is where the tzaddik has the ability to transcend the confines and limitations of this world and spend a few moments in the yeshiva shalmala, olam haba, the celestial sphere. So the Rebbe ascended and he sees the neshamas who are leaving this world being granted entry into olam haba, into the world to come. And he saw something amazing. He saw a man who appeared to be very old. But yet, when the Beis Din Shalmala, when the heavenly court was welcoming him in, they referred to him as a tza'ir, a young man. And then he saw another man who was very young. But yet the Beis Din Shalmala referred to him as a zakin, someone elderly. And so the Rebbe Rameir Premishlan says, the Ribono Shel Olam, I don't understand. The world to come is called the Olam HaEmes, the world of truth. So how could it be in the world of truth you're calling a young man old and an old man young? To which the Ribono Shel Olam responded something so profound. He said, that man who you think is old because he looks old, it's true. He lived a biologically long life. Biologically, he was old. But at the end of the day, unfortunately, he accomplished very little. He was tza'ir. He was young in that he really only had a few days of accomplishment throughout years and years of biological life. But the man who you thought looked young, he was a zakin, he was old in that he was accomplished. He had a short lifespan, it's true, a very short life. But with the lifespan he was given, he maximized that and accomplished incredibly amazing and wondrous things. The Rebbe Premishlan, after this experience, used it to understand the opening pasuk of last week's parsha. A pasuk that we read, Vayhi miketz shnasayim yomim. It was literally after 2 years. Paro cholim cholom. Paro dreamt a dream. We know the story. Paro has his dreams about sheaves, about cows, and of course those dreams are significant. Number one, because they ultimately again foretold and foreshadowed about upcoming famine and years of plenty. So years of plenty and famine in Egypt. But remember, those dreams also marked the opportunity for the catalyst. They were the foundation, really the stepping stone for Yosef HaTzadik to literally come out of prison, but also represented as meteoric rise to power and greatness. But listen to how the Rebbe understood the opening phrase. Vayhi miketz shnasayim yamim. So remember again, normally we just translate that phrase, it was at the end of 2 years. The Rebbe says that's not what it means. Vayhi miketz. Sometimes a person comes to the end of life. Shnasayim, and I've lived many years, but Rahman al-Islan, out of those many years, yamim, all there are just a couple of days of meaning. All there are just a couple of days of accomplishment. You see, sometimes a person could be blessed with longevity. I have a biologically long life, but at the end of the day, have I maximized it? Have I done anything with it? See, a person could be a zaken, a person could be biologically old, but yet still be tza'ir, still be young in the realm of accomplishment. A person could live decades, yet only maximize days. A person could live a century, yet only maximize hours. The scariest thing in life is Vayhi miketz. I come to the end of my life, Shnasayim, and I've lived many years, but I only maximized yomim, but I only maximized a few days. It's that feeling and it's that reality that we strive to avoid by trying to infuse meaning into our everyday lives. You see, we don't know how much time we have in this earth. So at the end of the day, I don't know, am I going to go up to Beis Din Shalmala as a zaken or as a tza'ir, as young or as old. But whatever amount of time I have in this world, and however I'm going to ascend to the Beis Din Shalmala, I just want to make sure that I've taken the opportunity to infuse meaning into my yomim, into my days. See, the great challenge is we often look at life as an infinite renewable resource. So don't worry, because what you don't accomplish today, you'll get to tomorrow. And when you don't get to tomorrow, there's always next week. Next week, there's always next month. This month wasn't good, don't worry, there's next year. This wasn't a good decade, it'll be a next decade. And we kick the proverbial can down the road. But at the end of the day, we do not know how much time we have in this world. And even if a person is blessed with incredible biological longevity, If you keep kicking the can down the road, you miss out on the opportunity to maximize your days. Vayhi miketz shnosayim. I want to make sure that at the end, Vayhi miketz, at the end of my life, that shnosayim, I'm blessed with biological longevity, but yomim, I also want to make sure that my days are infused with meaning as well. This becomes our avoda. Not simply to live a life of meaning, because it's hard to go out and make lifelong plans. So people who plan to live a life filled with meaning, that's wonderful. But you often can't control what happens in life, or for that matter, how long that life is. The goal in life is not to lead a life filled with meaning. The goal of life is to live a day filled with meaning. Make today meaningful. You accomplish that, incredible. And then Emir Hashem, on to tomorrow, on to the next day, and on to the day after that. And of course, individuals who live a life infusing meaning into every single day, the yomim become meaningful. Then Emir Hashem, the shnosayim, the years become meaningful as well. And when the years become meaningful, then even when it comes to Vayhi miketz, to the end of those days, to the end of life in this world, I know that I've maximized the gift that HaKadosh Baruch Hu has given me. And I know that when I go up to the basement Shamala, they will refer to me as a zaken. Someone not just who lived a biologically long life, but ultimately, again, one who lived a meaningful and fulfilling life as well. Wishing everyone a wonderful day.